Let's begin with our hands together in Namaste Namaskarasana. Allow the elbows to pull forward so your forearm is in line with your elbows. They're not hanging backwards. Allow the sternum to lift and soften through your face. Just join me with 3 soft Om. Inhaling. Keeping the chest lifted, gently bow your head toward the heart. A few breaths in this space. Now cross your right hand under, left on the thigh, hooking at the thumb. Rest your fingers at your heart center. It's a seal mudra. Take a few breaths as you observe the rising and falling of the chest. Allow the face to soften, setting your intention to unconditional love, to peace and balance. Release your mudra, and then now you're going to bring your pinkies to hook, keeping your right hand by your chest. Ring fingers and middle fingers, and then bring in your index fingers and thumbs to touch. Once again, lifting the elbows away from the body and move your hands from your heart center out slightly. Lift the elbows, relax the shoulders down the back. Take a few breaths in here. And very gently, you're gonna move forward and up toward your third eye, between your eyes. Set an intention here. Once again, of peace, love, balance. Bring it over the head and back with your elbows. Up to your forehead, down to your throat, and to the heart. Forward. Once again, you're moving up gently with your hands, opening the chest, open your elbows back. Release the hands, palms again together on the heart center. Opening into a beautiful flower from your heart center, Anahata Mudra. Raise your flower up to the crown of the head. Interlace your fingers, press the palms up to the sky. Breathe through the sides of the body, at the same time pressing the legs down. Breathe. From here, you're going to do a gentle twist to the right. I'm mirroring you, so twist to your right. Turning the head slightly to the left. And back again, twist to the opposite direction, the left. Turning the head to your right. Gently come forward, leaning your chest over the leg, go as deepest as you can. Extend the hands forward, relaxing the head. From here, I'm going to roll your spine up. Here is my sunflower. I'm going to keep it there to inspire me to always look upon the sun, upon the brightness in the world. Moving to Baddha Konasana, so also the feet together. Here you can rock gently with the hips, side to side. As you exhale, soft breath through the mouth, press the legs down and away from you, keeping your big toes hooked with your peace fingers. One more, inhaling, let the knees come up toward the side of the body. Exhaling, inhaling, the breath comes slowly through the mouth. Last one. Inhale, exhale. From here, you're gonna bring your right leg out to the side. Deep breathing as you hook your top of the shin of your left leg down to the floor. Lifting in the chest. I'm gonna do a little side stretch toward the right. Extend the left arm over and back to the center and go to the opposite direction. So we'll do a few of this, back and forth. Doing a little sides, opening the side body, extending, opening the sides, reaching through the fingertips, palms down, open the chest to the sky. And one last. Coming to the center and turning your torso toward the right leg, reaching your hands toward the foot, the ankle, create length in the spine, and then go forward toward the forehead to the knee. Lift in the chest, release, and switch leg. Coming to the center, so you bring your left leg in, your right leg in, extend the left leg out. Lift, reaching your arms up, creating length through the sides of the body as you press the hips down to the floor and do a little tilt side to side, extending the opposite arms over the leg. Try to take an inhalation when you come forward. Extending inhale, so the exhalation, the transition of side to side. Reach one more set, going toward your left, going toward your right. Coming to the center, turning through the torso, reaching your hands to your left foot, lift the chest, and then you're bending your elbow, bringing your forehead toward the knee. Slowly lift the chest off the leg, coming back to the center. Now from here, we're gonna move in all four, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're gonna begin to move the spine into cat and cow, around in the spine. As you press, tucking your tailbone under. In an inhalation, relax the abdomen, allow the spine to move into the belly, tailbone go up to the sky, crown and the head to the sky. Shoulder moves down and away from the ear. Maybe you want to breathe here a few breaths in this position. Don't rush. Allow the spine to move in. When you exhale, you start tucking your pelvis under. Tailbone goes toward the heel, belly moves into the spine. Press the trapezius away from the ears and toward the sky. Let the head hang looking toward the navel. Press the belly in. Good. Now begin to move the spine with a breath and with an exhalation. Back and forth. Allow the pelvis to tilt forward and then the pelvis to backward. Creating the movement from the upper back, strong through the arms, inner elbows face slightly forward, away from the body. From here, you're going to create circles with the hips, allowing the arms to move to the side, moving the hips toward a rotation to the right. And then coming to the center, switching the rotation to the left. So do about 3 to 4. Creating the circular movement with the arms since you shift the hips back toward the heels. Coming back to tabletop, we're going to create a balancing posture, our first balance posture. Extending your left leg back, creating lengthening through the spine. Reach your heel up and then extend the right hand forward and up. So left leg back, right hand forward and up. Your gaze can move slightly to the bottom hand or up to the top of your mat. Extend, breathe. And then release the hand, release the foot. Alternate leg, extend now your right leg back. And your left fingertips forward Simultaneously lift them off the floor, standing through the back of the legs and the arm. Release the hand, release the foot, switching again, alternating, inhaling, exhaling, release. Inhale, extend and lift. Exhale, release. Good. Gonna spice things up now. Turning your left foot, extending through the left foot, turning it out to the side, external rotation. You're gonna bring the leg up to the side of the torso as far as you go and back. 1, 2, and 3. Keeping the torso facing down. Extend now your left leg back, and you're gonna cross slightly to the right, touch the right back corner of your mat and to the center. Last one. Now from here, release the knee. And we're gonna move to the arm. Right arm goes forward and to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Internally rotate, tap the back and back. Keeping the palm up, internally rotating through the head of the shoulder. Last one, touching the back and extend forward. Lift the left leg, balancing here. Strong through the arm on the floor, engaging the core. Bend the left knee, reach back and grab the foot to the outside. Once you have a grip of the foot, kick the leg up and back, bringing the chest forward. Breathe. Nice. Extending the leg, extending the arm. Release the hand by your left foot and bring your left foot in between your hands. Doing a lunge here. Adjust the back leg slightly. And gently move the hands to the knees, pulling the belly away from the thighs. Arms raise over the head. Interlace the fingers, press the palms. You want a little bit more of strength here on the legs. Tuck your toes of your right leg. Press the leg back. Lift the pit of the abdomen. Pressing the leg back. Good. Bringing the right hip forward. Lift your gaze up. And releasing the hand slightly by the side of the foot. Release your right knee. Left knee meets right. Shift the hips back. Give yourself a child's pose. Rest slightly, the forehead over the floor. Balasana. Breathe. One more breath in your Balasana. And last breath here. In an inhalation, come back again in all four. Extending that left leg, that right leg back. And your left hand forward, balancing. Breathe here, extending the opposite direction. Release the hand. Turn your left foot out. And then just kick it to the side and up. Try to avoid the hips to go to the left, sorry. Just kick the leg as far as it goes to the right. Last one to the right. One more to spice things up and to the center. Foot turns out. Keep the leg neutral. Keep extending through the back of the leg. And then abduct the leg to the side and touch toward the left corner of your back. Okay, 1, 2, the back of your mat. 3, 4, 5. Good. Breathe here. And then release your right leg to meet the left. Extending now your left hand forward and out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Internally rotate, palms up, turning from the head of the shoulder, and bend at the elbow, tap the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Extend. Opposite leg, opposite arm, reach. Turn, grab the foot. Remember, you kick the leg up and back. Releasing the leg. Release the arm. Once again, swing it all the way through. Place it in between your hands, right foot. Adjusting the back legs. Feeling the belly away from the thigh. Take your time to this transition. Very powerful for the hip flexors, the belly to move in. You can stay here and take a few breaths. And begin to raise the arms up, opening the chest. You need a little wrist stretch. Interlace your finger, press the palms to the sky. Build strength. Remember, you gently tuck the toes and then lift the knee by pressing the leg back. Balancing pose, especially if you're practicing on the grass. Releasing the knee slowly down. Hands by the right foot. Right knee meet left. Heels together. If you can bring the legs together and sit back on the heels. Balasana, allowing the forehead to rest. Now from here, we're going to move into a plank position. Release your right knee in the center of your mat. Pivot your left foot slightly to the side and open the hips toward the center of your mat. You want the knee right under the hip. The foot will face back. Shoulders, blades move down the back. Chest lifted to the sky. Extend the arms straight. Palms face toward the head. Do a little side stretch. Breathe here. Slowly coming to the center. You might lift on those fingertips, lifting the left leg up a few times. Then reach back, grab the foot, kick it back. Opening the hips. Keep pushing the hips away from the body. Extend the arm. Roll forward, chest will face the mat. Tucking your toes of your left leg, lift the right knee up, bringing it to the armpit, and then moving into a one leg downward facing dog. Keep lifting that right leg up to the sky, and slowly release your right leg down. Once again, coming into Balasana, Child's Pose, sitting on the heel, resting the forehead on the floor. Transitioning back again in all four. Now we're going to go to the other side. So left knee on the floor, right leg to the side. Move the hips, kind of like you're doing a gate pose. Make sure that the knee is right under the hip flexor, iliac crest of your left side. Push the hips away from the body. A little back bend in here. Opening the chest, breathe. Allow the shoulders to move down toward the hips and into the body. Extending the arm over the head. And then bringing the hands to the center, in line with your shoulder. A few times lift the right leg up and off the floor. Keep extending through the heel. We're gonna do two more, up and down. Very important to always keep pushing the hips away from you. Bending at the knee. Grab the foot, kick the leg back at the same time you bring the hip forward. Stand, release, turn toward the mat. Lock your toes of your right leg. Lift the left knee up toward the armpit. Shift the weight forward. And then lift it back into one leg downward facing dog. Slowly releasing your left foot down on the floor. Sitting back again on the heels. Moving your torso up, coming in a little. Virasana. Not little, just for a short time. Tucking the toes under. Stretching the bottom of the feet. Pelvis tucks under. Hands on your thighs. You can take a few breaths here as you tune again within your mind, your body, and the awareness of your breath. And from the center of the mat, we begin to stand. So you bring one foot at a time and begin to stand in the center of your mat. In your Tadasana pose. From your Tadasana, you're going to separate the legs apart. Big wide stand, arm length. Turning your right foot to the right. I mirror you, so I'm going to do your mirroring you. So you do your right foot. Lunging through the right leg, keeping the pelvis center. Slightly looking over your right fingertips. And then turn your right palm up. And lift the chest to the sky. You can relax your left hand. You can bring it across the belly, moving into a reverse warrior or peaceful warrior. Stay strong through the left leg. From here, you're gonna lean forward, allowing the torso to lean over the left thigh, the right thigh, sorry. Doing a side stretch. Extending the opposite arm over the head. And from here, sweeping the arm over in front of the body, transitioning in Trikonasana, triangle pose. Using the strength of the upper arm, lift the torso, and coming into Virabhadrasana again. Straight leg, pivot the feet to the center. And we move to the other side. Left foot turns out. Bending the left knee. Virabhadrasana. 2. Breathe in here. Reverse warrior, lifting the heart to the sky. Activate your right leg by pressing back. As I said, the opposite arm can either go behind you and grab the thigh or across the pelvis. To the center, again, into your Virabhadrasana. Then lean over as you press your elbow in the inside of your right knee by opening the chest to the center of the body. Extending the opposite arm over the head. Breathe. Open the chest to the sky. Sweeping the top arm, front of your body at the same time, pressing your left leg back, moving into triangle pose. Using your top hand to lift. Lift the pelvis that you slightly tilted. Bending the left knee, warrior 2. and to the center as you pivot your feet to the center. Inhale in, sweep your arms to the sky, come back to the heart center, and walk your legs toward each other. Now from here, we're gonna move on to tree pose, Trikonasana. So grounding through your right leg, turn your left foot out to the side, external rotation through the left leg. And you pick a choice of either your foot placement on the floor and turning out, stabilizing your pelvis here, or up to the shin or above the thigh. Make sure you work on really pressing the foot against the thigh against the foot, and dropping the knee down. Keeping your pelvis steady, gaze slightly forward, breathe, raise your arms. Every treat's different here, so take your time. Just like nature, every tree is different. Eventually release the arm, hands to the heart center. Release the foot and switch side. You might notice one side might be slightly different than the other. It's okay. Bring the leg up. Remember, the foot against the thigh against the foot, allowing the knee to drop, and lifting the pubic bone toward the belly button. Gaze slightly forward. Raise your arms, breathe in this space. Use the element of nature if you're outside to practice. Be inspired by the trees. Be unique. Releasing the hands to the heart. Slowly here, we're gonna release the pose, the standing posture. So we'll move a little bit to a gentle back bend. So if you see in your practice, we're gonna move into bridge pose. So in a supine position on the back. And then the knees rolling on your back slowly. Stand to a full extension on the body. So visualize Tadasana on your mat. Notice that you have to roll the shoulders under, begin to bend the knees, and bring in the heels closer as you can to the buttocks. So your choice is here either to grab your mat, pull the mat toward the heels as you lift the hips, rolling the shoulders under, or lifting the hip, interlace the fingers, and roll the shoulders under. Before you press the hips up, ground through the heels, and then slowly roll the shoulders under so you can move the sternum toward your chin. Creating length along the spine. Engage the pit of the abdomen slightly and lift the hips. Press the legs, the heels on the floor, and lift the hips. If it's in your practice, you can lift the toes slightly, bringing your hands on the sacrum. This helps to hold the weight of the hips, and at the same time relax the buttocks. Make sure that you press those heels on the floor, squeezing those elbows toward the center. That's my dog. And bring your right leg up to the sky. And alternate your left leg. This is just, there's some movement in the legs. If it's in your practice, you move into Urvadhanurasana. Bringing your hands, wheel pose. Moving into the crown of the head. Keep lifting the hips. Then you move your hands underneath the shoulders, press and lift. Opening the chest, extending through the arms, pressing the legs breathe here. Then gently release the crown of the head. Tuck the chin in. Back to your bridge pose. Keep those hips higher, strong through those legs. Gently releasing the buttocks down. Pause here for a second and move slowly into Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees apart. Catch your breath. And then bring the knees together and feet apart. Take a few breaths in here. Try not to get distracted to the noises of the environment. Stay focused on the awareness of your breath. The inhaling through the nose and slowly the exhaling through the mouth. Extending the legs away from you. Point and flex the feet together, so activating the legs. Slowly pull the right knee toward the chest as you interlace your fingers on top of the right shin, top of the knee, and extend opposite leg, the legs away and the arms over the head, and switch. Now your left leg pulls in, top, holding the top of the shin, allowing the knee to massage your obliques, and at the same time your obliques pushing into your lumbar spine. Extending. If you like, you can do both knees to the chest. You can keep your feet together and open the knees slightly to the side. Reaching your hands through the inside, grabbing the feet, coming into a happy baby pose here. Then release, extending the body, your full body stretch. You're gonna roll towards the right side of your mat and gently lift the chest up before you go into a Shavasana. We will do a gentle seated twist. So beginning with the right leg, you cross it toward the left, lifting the chest and twisting to the right, activating your left leg. And coming to the center, switching opposite leg. So bending, in this case your left leg. Cross slightly the right leg to the midline, and then your left leg crosses over your right leg. Bringing the elbow to the outside of the knee. When you hook your elbow, push down so you can get a better twist. Opposite shoulder moves down and away from the chest. And turn the head toward your right. Then release, coming to the center, extend. Slowly making yourself down into your final pose, which is Shavasana, corpse pose. Laying on your back. You can either come into full release, like full Shavasana. Okay, corpse pose, or I like to sometimes, when I don't have support of the legs, such a bolster or a blanket, placing the knees together, resting the fingertips on my belly. This can be as restful as corpse pose. Okay. Allow the weight of the legs to come together and this release the lower back. Most of the time when we lay flat, our lumbar spine start to pull and get discomfort. But if you're comfortable just laying in your corpse pose, lay flat or support the back of your legs. Your choice. Allow the space to allow your body to ownership the space, such as the floor, your yoga mat, the room or the space where you're at. Allow your body to become part of it. And rest. Rest into the awareness of the breath to the sound of my voice, to the universe around you. Just notice what comes to your mind, and then rest into the awareness of the breath by inhaling and then exhaling, let it go. You stay in this pose as long as you wish. Thanks for watching and practicing along the way. From my heart to your heart, Om Shanti Shanti, which means peace, peace, peace.